Hi, Tori.
Bruh, I just left the gym.
That's cool. What?
Bruh, everyone was all big and buff. The girls were like showing off their biceps and all that other whatnot. And I'm just sitting there looking like a skinny chicken.
I mean, I don't think you look like a skinny chicken, but if you like to bulk up, and I know a guy,
I know guys too, so what?
he has the juice, like special juice.
Like steroids?
Yeah, man, it'll help you get to where you want to get. You get to where you want to be. I mean, you'll be big just like everyone else.
Right.
No, wrong.
Hi, I'm Tori.
Hi, I'm Laquanza, and I just want to start off by saying that steroids are really good for you, despite what many people think. They have beneficial properties, but when abused, they lead to devastating ends. During this podcast, we will discuss how steroids came to be, the benefits and downsides of steroids, how people began to abuse them, and the long term effects that they have on the body.
Steroids were actually used to treat illnesses and cause healing. However, in the 1930s, the Soviet Union introduced steroids to the Olympics. They used them to enhance their athletic performance. But Dr. Ziegler, an American doctor, produced an anabolic version of this steroid for Americans. This happened to have been a more safer version of the steroids. Anabolic steroids usually promote the building of the muscle tissues through protein synthesis. However, the Olympic Committee banned these substances due to the steroid abuse.
The most common types of steroids include decadurobalin, anadrol, winstrol, and dianabol. Decadurobalin has therapeutic benefits and is well known for promoting joint relief and increasing red blood cell count. It has also been used to treat osteoporosis, anemia, geriatric weakness, and fatigue, breast cancer, burn victims, and ulcers. Anadrol was initially developed to treat anemia but has become helpful in cases of other diseases where weight loss is a concern and can be used to stimulate weight gain through increasing appetites. It may also increase the red blood cell count. Winstrol is a favorite among athletes and it promotes strength and endurance without unwanted weight gain. It has been used to treat osteoporosis, long exposure to corticosteroid treatment, burn victims, and severe bone fractures. Dianabol is one of the most common and popular steroids. It was used as a form of treatment for osteoporosis in postmenopausal women as well as dwarfism in youth. It is fast acting and rapidly produces an increase in muscle mass. As you can see, these are the benefits of steroids, which people commonly mistake steroids for a bad drug that is only used to promote muscle mass in bodybuilders and other athletes.
However, medical steroids are abused too because they happen to be a controlled substance. Steroids have healing properties until they are abused. Once they are abused, they can have devastating endings. Anadrol increases the risk of cancer, heart and liver disease, and it can also cause high blood pressure. Decadurabolin, this is a favorite among many bodybuilders, usually during their off season. It enhances their muscle mass while they're not doing anything. It can cause anemia, cancer of the prostate, and painful erections. Dianabol happens to be an illegal substance, but it is also a controlled substance too in many other countries. And this can cause depression and heart disease. Winstrol, which happens to be a favorite among many student athletes in high school and some in college, can cause swelling of the genitals and swelling of the throat and swelling of the bowel wall. This can cause them to be constipated, but they usually use it to build up their endurance and their strength.
So you may ask, when does the use of steroids become abuse? The use of steroids become abuse when the person takes doses of 10 to 100 times higher than what is prescribed by physicians. Typically, steroids are not prescribed to young, healthy people. So, the people that you typically see using these steroids, which are people who work out regularly or participate in sports, honestly should not have them. They abuse these drugs in particular patterns known as cycling, stacking, or pyramiding. Stacking is taking two or more steroids at once. Some pyramid the dosage into 6 to 12-week cycles where the abuser starts with low doses and increases it over the first half of the period. Then, in the second half of the cycle, they gradually decrease their intake. Cycling is similar to pyramiding, but it's not exactly the same. The abuser alternates periods of high dosages with periods of little to no dosages. So, over a 6 to 16-week period, the abuser may take a high dosage for a week and then take a low dosage for 2 days and increase the dosage drastically again.
Fun fact, usually a medical steroid is actually given to the patient that is sickly, and they are usually sold for $300. Now, this is on the medical market. However, on the black market, which is how bodybuilders and people who are in gyms and who are in the Olympics, this is how they usually get their steroids on the black market. And they are sold for usually $100 or up. So they're getting them for a cheaper rate. However, they actually have bad, deadly consequences because they're not medically regulated like they should be. These effects can lead to psychological and also physical effects. And some of these physical effects are very devastating. It can lead to high cholesterol, severe acne, thinning of the hair and baldness, fluid retention, high blood pressure, liver disorders, damage of fetal development and also pregnancies, and it can also increase the risk of catching HIV because usually they share needles, and also sexual reproductive disorders.
Not only does the use of steroids cause physical effects, but it also may cause psychological side effects. These side effects may include mood swings with manic like symptoms leading to violence, depression, nervousness, extreme irritability, delusions, and hostility and aggression.
Now, most of the effects usually that are seen in men are the slipping away of the tissues in their testicles. Now, this happens usually because the steroids are so strong that their testicles grow smaller. And also, it messes with their sex drive. They no longer have it. It diminishes and decreases the sperm production, which means they can't have no kids. It also causes them to grow breasts and have prostate enlargement, and it decreases their hormone levels. And it also gives them sterility.
On the contrary, the effects that steroids have on women include menstrual irregularities, infertility, hirsutism, which is the growth of facial hair, diminished breast size, permanent deepening of voice, and clitoromegaly, which is the enlargement of the clitoris. 1,084,000 Americans have abused anabolic steroids. Most of these Americans are ninth and 10th grade high school students who look up to athletes and aspire to be like them. This is a problem because some of these athletes are taking steroids also, which is somewhat of an inspiration to them because at that age in life, you think, oh, well, they do it, I can do it too. While steroids are beneficial in many ways to people when administered properly, they may also be abused. The drug is not exactly addictive, but it can be abused according to the way in which the patient is using the drug.
Do you think you will abuse steroids?
No, and you shouldn't either.
Just go out and eat an apple or exercise like a regular person. Doing things the healthy way can lead to a healthier life and also can keep you on this earth for a longer time. Don't opt out and cheat with some steroids.